Ooh, he says. Yes. 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 And yes on Facebook and yes on YouTube. Yes. Good morning, everybody. I know I'm looking a little rugged here, but God bless for y'all coming through as we do this day, Tuesday. And I want to thank my fine friend from way back when, Helen, for joining us here this morning. Thank you, Tag. Love you. But most importantly, I want to thank you guys for coming through. Let's start our day here with our morning prayer. Therefore, we want to thank Jah for getting us up this morning. Make sure that your hands are up. If you are watching this live on Facebook and on YouTube, we're doing simulcast here, so that's how I got it like that. First of all, we do want to thank Jah for getting us up this morning, because tomorrow's never promised, so live your life each day accordingly. Also, to help those who cannot help themselves, and to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you in honest fashion by Jah himself. But most importantly, love ourselves, stop self-hating, and most importantly, do good in this world. Jesus Christ, we say these things, Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari. Amen. To the 227th ruler and chair to the throne of God himself, Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari, I am a Rasta. That's right. And this is the Ktng Morning Show. Oh yes, it is a party every single freaking day. I get out of bed and I'm happy. Yes, that's what I do, because I gonna be happy. What we like it on, I'm happy. Oh yeah. I gotta be happy, man. Gotta be happy. I'm living my life. I'm living the dreams, and so I'm still living my dreams. So merrily, life is like a dream. That sort of thing. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am your host here, the G to the R to the I to the T to the Z, SD, all day from the top of the mountain to underneath the freeway. I am the freak on the peak, so close your mouth while I speak. If you want to join the conversation, my good people, all you gotta do is jump on the live stream on YouTube or jump on the live stream that we got here on Facebook. Smash, like, subscribe, support. That's how you do the report. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't understand hip-hop, you don't understand me. I was there when it was in the beginning. In the beginning, I will always be here. That sort of thing. So, if anything, when can you guys do? Walter, good morning. I see you out there this morning. I do want to give a fine good morning to everybody that's here. And Walt, Walt, Tag, so everybody and so forth, join in the conversation if you can and so forth. We got a lot to talk about today. Okay, we got a lot to talk about today. And needless to say, I like to start today off with what the hell happened to my ex? All right. So check this out. So yesterday, give thanks, Ross. Give thanks. Blessings. Okay, so yesterday was my first day on the job. Okay, I'm out here selling Kirby's now. So, if everybody's out there in the Colorado Springs area that needs a demonstration, all you gotta do is hit me up. You know what's happening, okay? But more importantly, I'm out there selling Kirby's, so there's an opportunity for me to make close to $2,000 a week. So, skip a job, all right? Oh my God, gotta love ginger tea in the morning. Anyway, I guess most likely and so forth, it's pretty good. I mean, we got a crew, and I'm in a crew and everything, and investment is very quickly if you're doing good, that sort of thing. So if anything, I do want to
Thank God for the opportunity he's put in front of me, because he knows I get frustrated dealing with people's incidents or, oh, here's that damn thing. I was looking for this yesterday. Look at my lip balm. Because it's cold out here. It is 4 degrees, okay? When I woke up, it was 1, okay? So, yeah, I'm wearing my long johns and my cocoa butter long johns. That's what I'm wearing. I don't want to be ashy when I go outside. Hell no. Oh, no. Anyway, you know, it was a long-ass day, so I'm going to have longer days from like 11 o'clock to like about damn near 9. But rent's got to be paid. I'm trying to buy a house, and I got to stack dough, okay? So, and I guess in this particular economy with, you know, with the cheeseburger economy, y'all know who cheeseburger is. That's right. El Presidente, the POTUS, the FLOTUS, the BLOTUS, El Jefanado, okay? The man who says no before yes, okay? And then says it's a damn deal. Anyway, out here in Colorado Springs, kids is out here trying to be gangbangers, okay? This is so funny. They out here committing violent crimes and shooting and everything like that. So it's like masses of kids that are holding communities up for hostage. Come on, man. Right? If you're adults, if you're parents or anything of that nature, get your butts out there and rein them kids in. Get them some home training. Something. All right, excuse me. I got oatmeal, man. Yeah. For those of y'all who hate oatmeal, y'all have no idea what you're missing. But then again, you do run the risk of like having diabetes, so take that one and skip. Anyway, I got a song from Lady LaSure. She's practically the only rapping female that's not recognized here in the United States. And I'm playing all of her shit today. Okay? Straight up. And I'm gonna dedicate one of her songs. Let's see, F My Ex. Okay. I'm gonna dedicate that one to Tracy Pickett. You can have that one, bitch. That's right. You can have that one. That's right. You can have that one. And that's right. You know, Batty Fish. That's what I call you, Batty Fish now. That's your new nickname, Batty Fish. Anyway, let's get on down to with the news and so forth, because I think this is gonna be one of those days where I just go off and just lose people for whatever reasons I intend to do so. Anyway. Let's see what we got here. Anyway, I do want to start with history for the day that's happened around the world, or happening, you know, that's been happening. So, one of the crazier things that's happened in this climate or world, as they say, 1919, Prohibition goes into effect in the United States, which means that the 18th Amendment to the United States Constitution takes effect. Prohibition is a nationwide constitutional ban on production, importation, transportation, and sale of alcoholic beverages from 1920 to 1933. You notice that they're trying to put a prohibition on marijuana, which is not gonna work, okay? Because I'm gonna tell all of you Bible-thumping hypocrites that your Bibles, all of them, are made from marijuana, okay? The hemp pages, people, hemp pages, all right? Understand, they're hemp pages. Damn, man. Okay, so as they say, God is perfect, man is not. Man made whiskey, but God made pot. How can you put the good word on good weed and then say no, it's against the law? It's a federal thing, but you can't prosecute on the state level. Jeff Sessions, you need your head screwed back and forth on and whatnot with a rusty nail. Anyway, let's see what else. How many people remember or know the story of the Moon Maniac? Okay, he was one of America's most notorious serial killers. Hamilton Howard Albert Fish got executed in Sing Sing prison in New York. Let's see, 1945, and this is before. The 1936 is before 1945. So in this particular sense, Adolf Hitler takes to his underground bunker where he reigns for 105 days until he commits suicide. So, all you fascist jackasses know this is your end. All you racist jackasses out there know that is your end. Follow the leader, dumbass. Anyway, okay, find a bunker, hide and die. Straight up. Let's see, one other thing here I got, let's see. 1990, Russian troops enter Azerbaijan. 11,000 troops quell the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijani forces in Azerbaijan. Then what the hell was Armenia doing in there in the first place? Oh, that's right, they are in collusion with the Trump administration. 1991 Operation Desert Storm commences. Bush is doing his thing to liberate Kuwait from Iraqi forces and all that good stuff. In other words, it's nothing more than land grabbing resources, people. That's all it is. It's all it was. It's all it ever will be. Let's see, 2007, Obama joins the race for the White House and he launches his successful bid right then and there as a Democrat from Illinois while people are still being killed today. All right. And let's see, economic sanctions lifted off by Iran by 2016. I guess everybody got the oil, they got their payments, da. That's right, we now can still contribute to the welfare of Israel. Ding! I tell you, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Oh my God, who are these people? Why are they doing this and what's going on? So as you know, the hottest topic in the world today, right about now, it kind of like really hinges on what El Presidente Shithole. Okay, I've changed his name from Cheeseburger to Shithole. The Shithole Meister. Meister Frau Shithole. Okay. Anyway, it means a lot, and everybody thinks of like, when they say, that there's like, trepidation, or for that matter, reason why we use immigrant and slave labor to make this country so freaking great. Okay, and we pay them paltry wages and we threaten them with deportation to make them work faster. Fear is a great motivator if it's used correctly, constructively. But if it's used to like demean or to like just punk somebody and whatnot, then that bully winds up getting his nose punched. So in that particular sense, we have to look at like not just the immigrants themselves, but let's look at the other immigrants. Okay, the other immigrants. All right, 8 hours ago from Tribune News Service. I love this cheap. Drink like eat. What? You guys don't understand this? Look, here. I'm eating oatmeal. Anyway. Oh God. You can't talk with a mouthful of food or anything else for that matter. Phrasing. Anyway. Oh my goodness. From Tribune News Service. For black immigrants here illegally, the battle against both fear and historic discrimination. So there's a two-ply right there. Okay, it's not just you Mexicans. All right, and and it's kind of sad because the bloatus El Shithole, okay, has made it very worldwide known that he is a racist. Okay, there's no way no Republican senator can ever clean up his mess, clean up his hip. You got the crazy grandpa in there sitting up there saying all kinds of crap against immigrants, against black people, against Asian people. He has to say crap about the Asian people. Oh yes, he has. Yeah, North Korea. And no, I know none of y'all are related. China, Japan, Korea, y'all ain't related, but you damn sure look alike. You ever get that excuse? Okay, y'all look alike. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world. Okay, so therefore, let's see. The young Ethiopian dreamed of owning his own business. It's what he had worked towards since moving more than a decade ago from Addis Ababa to Los Angeles. For people, you guys don't know where Addis Ababa is. It is like, pretty much the capital of what they would say Ethiopia. But it is also where the Book of Covenants are laid. The book, the Ten Commandments, those things. It lies in its gold little coffin thingy. And it's there, okay? It is also home to Haile Selassie, okay? And where countless people, archaeologists, jackasses put on National Geographic specials and don't even know where the actual ring is. And the only person who knows where it is, okay, is Rita Marley, Bob Marley's ring, because Bob Marley had the damn ring. Okay, so if you guys are looking for pictures on the ground when you go to anywhere else, like saying in some Catholic place of worship, and look on the ground and say, "Oh, it's right here in front of the Vatican," it's like no. That's not the Ring of Solomon, stupid. Okay, things seem to be looking up for the 28-year-old. He taught himself investment banking and day trading, got a job as a project manager for a mortgage company. But he is also in the country illegally, a situation further complicated by the color of his skin. I'm in the country illegally. Okay? I was born here, but I'm basically in here illegally. Okay? Because I ain't got no birth certificate, I ain't got no social security card or anything like that, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I've been here for like, you know, umpteen years, and of course I feel like I'm being treated like a fucking refugee on a day-to-day basis. You know? But only if I allow it. Only if I allow it. Anyway, you know, when he accepted his job, he had hoped his legal status wouldn't come up, but it did. Okay? Guy's name is Mesfin, and he's fearing about being targeted for infiltration, but we'll see how that turns out. Approximately 575,000 black undocumented immigrants in the U.S. By comparison, there are more than 1.4 million Asians and more than 8 million from Mexico and Latin America, the largest group of people in the country illegally. This is what your cheeseburger is actually pinning on. Okay? So from September all the way up to say like now, there have been 800,000 Mexicans and Latin Americans deported from this country. But when angry debates blow up online, forums about illegal immigration, and your El Jefe cheeseburger vows to crack down on it, including by building a beautiful wall. Okay, there's nothing beautiful about a damn wall, okay, unless it's meant for an invasion. There is little question about which immigrants are front and center, Mexicans, and by extension, many from Latin America. This sense of constantly being under political siege has created fear, okay, but also a large network of activists and political politicians who advocate not exclusively, but most obviously, for the large number of Latino immigrants in the country illegally. Such a robust network doesn't exist for other groups, especially black immigrants. You know, the Haitians, Africans, you know, from the shithole countries that America basically sits up and robs on a day-to-day basis. We do. Everybody has a piece of Africa, but the Africans themselves. All right. There is like, you know, a $1 trillion deposit of ore in the Congo. Congo's a destabilized region and so forth, but guess what? They have $1 trillion in resources underground, and you mean to tell me they can't even get to it because they're fighting what, tribal wars that have lasted for like the last, what, 3,000 years? You think enough of them, you think enough will be dead by now, okay? But there it is. People people in Africa who claim themselves Africa act like niggas and so forth out here, all right? So, how are you even better? Okay, how are you even better in that sense? All right? In LA, it's true, as it is in the nation. Patrice Lawrence, the coordinator for the Undocu Black Network, involved the term driving while black, which is used to describe racial profiling of black motorists. She says the feeling is magnified if you're black and in the country illegally. So there's not a double standard here. No, it's a triple standard. Now that you like in the country illegally, you know, as an African, okay, and you know you go through racial profiling, you extend the premise of what they say. How do we, you know, add more prisons to the system already? Keep in mind, people, the prison system is the only recession-proof entity in the United States. So the more prisons that you have, the more people that you can lock up, especially black and brown people, all together, all day long, baby, all day long. It goes to say that black people in this country have historically been invisible in a lot of legislation, a lot of public policy, says Abraham Hollis, a communications director for Black Alliance for Just Immigration. That invisibility only gets amplified as an immigrant. It does. It does. I can go down there, go anywhere, and do an accent. I can do an accent and so forth. I can do a Jamaican accent. I can do a South African accent. All that, okay? And they'll sit up and look at me like, ooh. And then somebody will sit up there and try to report me for whatever reasons, okay? Just because I dress a little different. Alrighty. Okay, so this DACA thing is going into a big mess because they got until like about a good, 30, they got until like about March to figure out how they're going to actually fix this thing. And if not, it shuts down the government for a couple of weeks and then everybody else will come up with an idea. Your Cheeseburger is being divisive about this, okay? A new contract position seems promising in September that Cheeseburger announced at the end of DACA and set a date in March for permits to begin expiring. Okay? But if that is going to be the question, if that's going to be the question and so forth, you're going to find that, it's not just only him. Okay? Take for example, let's see, who's this cat? Jonathan Perez. His mother and siblings made it sprint across the open field into the United States. His family was flown from Colombia to Mexico before crossing the border to join Perez's father in LA, where he worked as a day laborer and sold textiles and swap meets. Okay? They settled into East LA's Maravilla public housing projects, a majority Latino community. As an Afro-Latino, Perez said he struggled with bigotry. So let me accentuate this for you, okay? Latinos are very, very, very secular in their neighborhoods. Very, okay? If they bring you home as a black person and so forth, keep in mind that you could be looked at as a pet or, a good luck charm in many cases. And that to me says a lot of, it stands a lot of problems with people basically saying, oh, okay, well, that's his friend, da-da-da-da-da. I remember living in East LA for about damn near 5 years and staying at Muhammad's house, and then one night some dude rolled up in a van, he's gonna take out a shotgun and try and shoot him and me. Okay? I remember the looks. Okay? So don't even say that you are here in America to try to act like Americans and so forth when you're acting like the white Americans who are racist. Okay? If that's the case, put on a SWAT sticker under your sombrero and keep it there. Alright? Okay, so therefore, even as an Afro-Latino, he was taunted in school for his curly hair and mercilessly teased after September 11th. Terrorist attacks because some assumed he was Arab. Okay? Assumed. And that's one of the biggest things. I mean, when you have a culture of people like that are basically the cultural stasis of the people that are basically superstitious anyway and afraid of dealing with the Pope, afraid of questioning the Pope and so forth, or the Catholic order for that matter, this is what you have. Okay, and if you don't believe me, here. How about this little, frankincense story right here? All right. For the AP Press, basically, you need to get the app for this one. Okay, about 56 minutes ago, Pope Francis under pressure to confront sex abuse in Chile. So, is there a reason why they're coming to America now? Okay, so in Santiago, Chile, Pope Francis will be under pressure today, to confront a priest's sex abuse scandal during his first full day in Chile. Okay, an Andean nation where the majority identifies as Roman Catholic, but strong currents of skepticism and even contempt for the church are increasingly present. All right, first and foremost, people, if we all look at history, we had the Catholic order basically giving, basically giving the conquistadors the go-ahead to find gold. Okay, to find gold. That is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. You're gonna go to, say, like another person's country, act as though you're somebody's god. Okay, take their gold, take all of their, all of their hard work that they put into it. The compass, the Aztec calendar was made of gold. It's sitting in it's sitting right there in the Vatican. Okay, how much money does the Vatican have for all of this? Over what, say, like the 14th to 12th century all the way up? A lot of money. Okay, so they're sitting on loot. So if the world would financially come to an end, them, Russia, and the Federal Reserve would be the only things alive. Okay? But as when Bitcoin comes around, oh my God! Digital currency, we're all going to be broke. There goes the paper dollar. All right, so the story goes,
Many Chileans are still furious over his 2015 decision to appoint a bishop close to the Reverend Fernando Caradima, a priest found guilty by the Vatican in 2011 for abusing dozens of minors over decades. Okay, Bishop Juan Barros of the southern city of Osorno has always denied that he knew what Caradima was doing when he was the priest's protege, but many Chileans have a hard time believing that. Okay, sex abuse is Pope Francis' weakest spot in terms of his credibility. It is. The Caradima scandal and a long cover-up has caused the crisis in the Church of Chile with a recent Latin Barometro survey saying that the case was responsible for a significant drop in a number of Chileans who call themselves Catholic, as well as the falling confidence in the Church and its institutions. Okay, first and foremost, okay, Latin people, okay, Mexicans, okay, Ecuadorians, you are not Catholic, okay? If you got back to your actual spiritual base and understand what your ancestors wanted and so forth, you wouldn't have to come to America front. All right, you wouldn't have to come to America front. All right, this needs to be looked at from an unseculated and unsubordinated level, to the point of where you're actually sitting up there telling yourselves, okay, as long as we believe in the Pope, things will be absolved. Okay, if the Catholic order is responsible for a lot of pedophilia, don't you think there's something wrong with it? Yeah, we can all forgive and forget, but damn, man, change your religion at least. You know, be Baptist, be Methodist, be Lutheran, be Mormon, be something, be a Buddhist. Okay? Everybody got a lot of religions, everybody's got a lot of places to go and so forth, and all lead to one person. That's it. You got to stay in front of Jesus Christ and whatnot to explain your transgressions. So basically, that distrust extends to Francis, who is making his first visit as Pope to this country of 17 million people. The Argentine Pope is nearly a native son, having studied in Chile during his Jesuit notivate. And he knows the country well, but Chileans give him the lowest approval rating among the 18 Latin American nations in the survey. I mean, come on, we got a survey that gives, cheeseburger failing yeah. Okay, flunky, fuck up, that sort of thing. All right. And when I talk Trump, I talk cheeseburger. So, if anything, Victor Hugo Robles, an activist in Chile's lesbian and gay community, said that the Vatican tries to paint an image of the Pope as being close to the people, particularly those with the most needs. And Robles goes on to say that we are the ones who need help. Gay people living with AIDS. When it comes to those things, the Church has an attitude of intolerance and disgust. Okay? Where does it say in the Bible, Adam and Steve? That's the issue. And when you guys get over the Babylonic and Sodom and Gomorrah crap and whatnot, then you'll realize that, yes, moralistically, you can live any way you want in this earth. I'd rather be of it. Okay, so if anything, guys, clean that crap up at least or something. But make sure that the Pope gets some rotten eggs thrown at his ass. I mean, I did it to Santa Claus on the Christmas Day parade in Hollywood. Yeah, I just stood out there with the homeless. We just grabbed some eggs and at the end of the parade. That's the reason why they don't have the parade route where it is. Okay, any damn thing. Okay, so the Pope will try to inject new energy into the church during the visit, which starts off today with a series of protocol visits for church and state. He also plans sessions with migrants, members of the Chile Mapuche indigenous group, and victims of the 1973-1990 military dictatorship. It remains to be seen if he will meet with the sex abuse survivors. The meeting wasn't on the agenda, but such encounters are never rare, or never are. So here we are. Does Pope Francis actually wipe his hands in this whole thing? Okay, this new great America, this new great power structure we call the New World Order is getting off to a wonderful start, isn't it? Oh my God, it's just too funny to me. It's just too funny to me. Anyway, speaking of false flagging, all right, and here we go. Let's see, The Guardian, this is about 6 hours ago. Canadian author
Margaret Atwood faces feminist backlash on social media over the hashtag #MeToo, as let's see, more and more famous people of power are coming under the microscope. I mean, just this morning, one of the girls that was on the U.S. Olympic team, Summer Olympic team and so forth for gymnastics, she was molested by her doctor, and the doc has been doing that for like ever since whenever. Okay. So Canadian author Margaret Atwood is facing a social media backlash after voicing concerns about the hashtag #MeToo movement and calling for due process in the case of a former university professor accused of sexual misconduct. Writing in the Globe and Mail, Atwood described the hashtag #MeToo movement, which emerged in the wake of sexual assault allegations against Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein, as a massive wake-up call that is a symptom of broken legal systems. Excuse me, stop. Hold up. First and foremost, in California alone, the laws are generated to work for women. California, Khalifa is named after a black woman. Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, however, she wondered where North American society would go from here, quote unquote, if the legal system is bypassed because it seemed as ineffectual. What will it take? What will take its place? Who will be the new power brokers? Atwood asked. Okay, so this is like, it's like, excuse me, sister. If the legal systems don't work well for black people as a whole, if it don't work well for poor people as a whole, if it don't work well for anybody of color, period, what makes your lily white ass think that you're going to change the system so it benefits all? As a matter of fact, your feminist movement, okay, is a result of the civil rights movement, okay? You saw that, it's basically, that's exactly how it goes down. I don't care about your history of like getting the right to vote and shit. But you guys just went right behind it. As soon as the 60s were rolling, equality was the main issue. And the feminists rose from there and screwed up every woman of color that's ever existed in this damn country. Okay? And now these daft bitches and so forth think they got balls. Okay, penis envy, right? So she raised the possibility that the answer could leave women divided. Quote, in times of extremes, extremists win. Their ideology becomes a religion. Anyone who doesn't public their views is seen as an apostate, a heretic, or a traitor, and moderates in the middle are annihilated, unquote. The 78-year-old author of The Handmaid's Tale drew a parallel between these concerns and those who accuse her of being a bad feminist after she signed an open letter last year calling for due process for the University of British Columbia professor facing allegations of sexual misconduct. Okay? Come on, man. Come on. All right, let's just call it the way. Let's just call it for what it is. Okay? Okay, you got droopy booby syndrome. Okay, that's all. And you don't think you're that, all that in a bag of chips anymore. Okay? Now, some accuse Atwood of using her position of power to silence those who had come forward with allegations against Galloway. Unsubstantiated does not mean innocent. It means that there's not enough evidence to convict. Okay? We're at the halfway point, people. This is the Ktng Morning Show. I'm glad you guys are pretty much having a blast here this morning with me and finding different things to say. If you are on YouTube right about now, okay, why don't we all get to our website here, okay? Subscribe, like, and follow us through 2018. Support us as a subscriber. DJ Sucker Punch is in the house. He tells everybody to save your nuts. And everybody who is up for these Kung Fu Saturdays and so forth from 8 to 12, join us here at KTNG 860 AM at .org. I be watching all of the great Wu-Tang stuff. Okay, and of course my time with celebrities and that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm royalty, baby. I'm royalty. I just love what I do, which is pretty much like act like a complete fool and get paid for it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. It is the KTNG Morning Show. Thank you for tuning in. We're at the halfway point, so let's get on and move on with our stories of the day, Jackson. And so now we're at part 2 of this thing of where App is genuinely just a complete hypocrite behind the feminist movement, and others defend her. Genuinely upsetting to see that Margaret Atwood attacked for pointing out that the innocent until proven guilty is the key to a civilized society that has to still be the thing, right? Or how can that suddenly be a bad thing? Okay, well, you know, I don't know how this innocent until proven guilty thing works, but if you're a person of color, you're guilty until proven innocent. So, Madam Atwood, you are so far all the way out there, okay? You are so far off base, okay, because of your, because of your privilege, okay? Because of your privilege. And because of your privilege, that makes you suspect to being, and I say this, to being a late jackass in the entire thing, To the Guardian, Atwood pointed out to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, echoing an earlier tweet in which she defended her view by noting that endorsing basic human rights for everyone was not equivalent to warring against women. That's such bullshit. That is such bullshit. Okay? That is such bullshit. That coming from this broad's mouth, that's bullshit. Because there's no way in hell, if that were the case, why are there more black women in jail than black and brown women in jail than white women? If that were the case, how is it that black and brown and poor people, okay, wind up in prison more so than anything else? Okay? Justice is tilted to the privileged, and those who can afford law those who can afford law can win. Those who don't know their rights are picked on, and the rich pick on keep doing it over and over and over and over. Okay? It's until we start to sit down and say, okay, let's get small groups together and actually sit down and read about our rights, learn our rights, and start using, our intelligence on these rights, on specific small cases to big cases, and we defend ourselves like Mumia Abu-Jamal did. Okay, then and only then will we be able to stand up against the incarceration rate that has skyrocketed out. Come on, if you are in a prison system today, don't you know you ain't about nothing ever coming down? You're getting paid off federal and state. That's your stock, Jack. That's your stock. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, let's see. Oh hell yeah, here you go. More controversy on the back end here. I know all of us had a good Martin Luther King Day. Some of us basically, worked that day. Some of us stayed at home. And when it becomes a federal holiday to where you can actually stay at home and, collect pay and so forth, that'd be cool. But as long as it's a pagan holiday, remember, you're going to get paid if you're off on those holidays. Okay, so let's see. New Mexico at KOAT Albuquerque 11 hours ago says emphatically why the holiday is skewed, as they would say. New Mexico gun shop's MLK Day ad stirs controversy. An advertisement promoting a sale at a local gun shop on Martin Luther King Day Jr. is stirring up controversy. The ad for the Los Ranchos gun shop includes the image of the king, the statue of King, along with the text that promotes 10% off all accessories with the purchase of a gun. Wasn't it a gun that killed? Nah, the guns don't kill. It's people behind the guns that actually kill. Okay, so civil rights organizers in Albuquerque questioned the appropriateness of the ad timing. Quote, "We don't regret that it happened on the day when nonviolence is protected," says Pamela Herndon, vice chair of the NAACP's Albuquerque branch. Others said they do not believe the ad is in King's beliefs. "I don't think that Dr. Martin Luther King would have advocated for guns in any way because he was strictly nonviolent," says Cecilia Webb, president of the National Council of Negro Women in Albuquerque. The owner of the Los Ranchos gun shop, Mark Abramson, said he was shocked by the backlash. He said he thought the ad was no different than any other retailer promoting its holiday sales. Quote, "People have the time off and the opportunity to get into our shop and see exactly what they could be buying." If that ain't capitalism, what is? Ching! Okay. Some critics think the ad especially insensitive because the civil rights leader was shot dead by a damn gun by somebody the FBI paid because they couldn't do it themselves. Leaky fingers, people. It's all on the Freedom of Information Act. You can find it there. Abramson said the holiday was not about King's assassination, but a celebration of his achievements. Amid the controversy, Abramson is issuing an apology. Wow. Got caught with the hand in a cookie jar, didn't you? Now my oatmeal done got cold. Tell you, man, it's like 4 degrees out here. I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay. But he goes on to say that he's sorry that he's offended by it. That if anybody was offended by it, But there was certainly no intentions to do that, if anything. So, Mr. Abrahamson, you still get to keep your shot. Now, if you think about it, people, again, people of color are slow to move, slow to react, or slow to to do preemptive strikes. Okay, that sort of thing. So that leads to the final question: is why so many white churches resisted Martin Luther King Jr.'s call? Why? Okay, so every January, which was yesterday, Americans start talking about Martin Luther King Jr. around the annual holiday that commemorates his birth, and on through Black History Month, we pause to reflect the life and the legacy of a civil rights leader. The famous quotes start reappearing, and commentators often their earnest evaluations of the dream. Well, so far the dream has came true in certain areas, but as long as we got cheeseburger and a dog on a White House, it's turned drastically into a psychotic nightmare. Okay, it really has. Okay, I can't believe that we are actually living in a frozen hell with this jackass, and he's running it. He's running the show simply because, he shoots from the hip. We must excuse him for the way he acts. He's 71 years old. Stop making excuses for a white racist. Okay? This year will bring additional tributes to King as April marks the 50th anniversary of his assassination, a moment that many consider the end of the most dynamic phase of the civil rights movement. Americans rightfully remember King and the civil rights leaders who labored before, alongside, and after him. But a curious thing has happened in the half century since his death. Those who opposed him now valorize him. One group of people in particular has made an almost complete shift in their conception of King. White evangelicals. They too share quotes and write tributes to King. They celebrate his convictional call in quote-unquote letter from a Birmingham jail. And a quote is line about Sunday morning segregation while championing multi-ethnic churches. This year, the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commissions of the Southern Baptist Convention and the Evangelical Network, the Gospel Coalition, are putting on an event in Memphis in April for the historic anniversary. So you guys can get down there to Memphis, do so, show 100,000 strong. It'll be a historic moment. Back in 1961, the attitude among many evangelical leaders was much different. That year, King spoke at the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary and the flagship school of the largest Protestant denomination in the United States. Although he was there at the invitation of a powerful Southern Baptist, opposed his visit. So why do we still go to Baptist church? Why do we do it? Why do we do it? Okay, why do we do it? I'll tell you why we do it. Because subjugation is a rule of thumb when it comes to religion. It is. Organized religion basically sucks, people. If you understand your spirituality in any kind of way, you'll realize that, all religion started in Africa. Not in European. Okay? All religion started in Africa. Everything starts in Africa. Jesus Christ started in Africa. Okay? And he was a black man. If you don't believe me, look on my website, ktng860am.org. And you get the truth right then and there in front of you. It's in the programming page called Reprogram. Okay? Now, King saw an indissoluble link between the Christian faith and the responsibility to change unjust laws, but his emphasis on the social dimensions of Christianity, especially regarding race relations, angered many white evangelicals in his day. Some Christians opposed King's activism because they considered race relations a purely quote-unquote social issue and not a spiritual one. I hate to break this to you, but there is no segregation in heaven. Black, white, brown, doesn't make a difference. All go to one. Okay? There is no separate Hispanic heaven. There is no hip-hop heaven. There is no skank heaven. There is no white heaven. There is no black heaven. There is no Latino heaven. There is no Asian heaven. Okay? The fact of the matter is just only one heaven. Okay? And for the like of many and so forth, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter, how you die. What matters most is where you're laid to rest. Okay? And if you're a racist and you're covered by black dirt, you got no choice in the matter. So shut up. All right? So therefore, some Christians oppose King's activism because of all that mess. Okay? King was raised in a black church which did not view people's material condition as wholly separate from the spiritual condition. The message that he preached was one of liberation for both soul and body. And righteously so. I can't blame the man. His understanding of Christianity demanded a critique of the political order and social action to bring about justice for the poor and marginalized. In an imaginary letter, King wrote that he believed that the Apostle Paul would have said to the American church if he were alive in 1956. Quote, I understand that there are Christians among you who try to justify segregation on the basis of the Bible. Oh, my friends, this is blasphemy. This is against everything that the Christian religion stands for, he wrote. I must say to you, as I have said to so many Christians before, that in Christ there is neither Jew or Gentile. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male or female, for we are all one in Christ Jesus. Do you guys want me to read this to you again so this way you can understand this and preach this to everybody else? I'll give you the last part. For we are all one in Christ Jesus. The King and many other Christians, racial justice was core to the biblical message. Racial segregation and the other ills it created, like the wealth gap, unemployment, and undereducation, were an affront to the image of God and all people. Christians had the obligation to transform the systems and laws that allowed racial inequality to persist. Many white evangelicals agreed with King's affirmation of racial equality. They may have believed all people should be treated fairly. They objected to the notion that the government should play a role in bringing about equality, and the Christians should concern themselves with material issues rather than simply focusing on conversion. Wow. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice to know that somebody that was out there fighting for you? Isn't it nice to now know that you are taking advantage of the liberties and the sacrifices that many of us still do today, only to see our generations fall off behind stupidity, behind lack of opportunity, behind lack of common sense, behind their own premise for not being able to grow up, or what is known as, an epiphany, a challenge mark to make sure that, we go from adolescents to adults. There's no spiritual reprimand, that sort of thing. And as long as we into the materialism of this planet, in this planet, the materialism of man himself, we will not be free. Okay? Bob Marley once said in the song Redemption, free your mind. Okay? And as part of it, we would say, free your mind and your ass will follow. Okay? All right? And many of you leave with your ass up front. You do. It sits on your shoulder and fart and shit comes out of your mouth every damn day whenever you have something so intelligent to say. It almost makes me laugh. Okay? And I have to chuckle from time to time because I know exactly where the fuck the conversation is going to go. All right? But I don't say anything. I just chuckle. Okay? Okay? Now, here it is. Here's another quote. It's all right to talk about, long white robes over yonder in all of its symbolisms. But ultimately, people will want some suits, and dresses, and shoes to wear down there. It's all right to talk about the streets flowing with milk and honey, but God has commanded us to be concerned about the slums down here and his children who can't eat 3 square meals a damn day. Think about it, people. Think about it. Think about it. Okay? So here's my question to the Pope and to the rest of you and so forth. Oh, by the way, let me throw this in. It wasn't until around the late 60s that the Mormon Church itself allowed black people to take positions in the church. They needed them. And then they went on this all-out campaign to include black people in their church. I ought to know because Quad decided to drag us into that crap, right? I mean, it was cool and whatever. You can play basketball, you can hide from church and run around with the kids and shit. Have fun, that sort of thing. Go to people's houses, eat up their food. That's what I was good for. No. The time when hundreds of thousands of immigrants face deportation to unstable and dangerous lands, when Puerto Ricans languish without power for months after a devastating hurricane, when prisons overflow with the unjustly incarcerated, and when America's leaders malign entire nations and their people, the liberating message of King, the Black Church, and Christ himself are needed as much now as during the Civil Rights Movement. Okay? We honor King when we refuse to divide the physical and the spiritual and see both the eternal and temporal implications of the Bible. Okay? Therefore, we honor his legacy by living according to the principles laid out by the prophet Amos, which King is often referenced. Quote, but let justice roll down like waters, the righteousness like an ever-flowing stream, unquote. And it should be. We should fight against inequality. We should stand up to injustice. We should also, for that matter, lobby for the laws that we want in our communities. And so far, everybody sits up and says the same thing. Oh, I ain't gonna vote. I ain't gonna vote. I ain't gonna vote. No, we're gonna let some middle-class white jackass go in there with a problem because he changed his daughter's diapers and says, okay, there's something wrong here. Why am I doing this? Okay, so he's gonna go out there and lobby to make this law happen, get his 1,000 signatures, put it on the freaking ballot, and guess what? For those of you who don't vote, wind up sucking on that law right after it. All right? How many black people do you know? How many brown people do you know? How many Asian people do you know who go up and challenge state and city laws to have some sort of commemorative thing happening for you in your communities? Okay? Very few. And when these guys work within the political realm of things and they try to show you, that we do have power enough in our voices to speak for what we want, what happens? We have the ghetto mentality like, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. If you ain't gonna do nothing, read the newspaper. Why is the world why is, our society going into the toilet? And then ask yourself, do I participate? Do I do anything other than just sit here and grumble about the way things are going? Or do I confirm all these damn people on my Facebook who have no connection to none of my Zulu Nation people at all? No, these are scams, okay? It's scammy, that sort of thing, Oh my God. Anyway, that should be the question today. Now, what's the solution to all this? It's real simple. Why don't we break down economic racism for what it is? Okay? Why is there less opportunity for those who are poor? Out here, there are twice as many white people than anything else. And you mean to tell me white people are committing all kinds of crazy ass crimes and whatnot? That's crazy. Where are they getting their influences from? Are they getting their influences from their ancestors? For the hierarchy of democracy that they so espouse and whatnot, that everybody's free and equal? No, they're tired. These are kids who basically are holding towns, holding communities for hostage. Okay, all right. They're trying to form gangs out here, white gangs. Good luck with that, people. Good luck with that. You're playing straight into the vein, but you're playing it straight into, say, the path of white Aryan resistance, that sort of stuff. I still know those cats and whatnot, and it's kind of funny how well they fell off, but it doesn't matter. What matters most and so forth is that we as human beings, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, brown, yellow, red, blue, purple, I don't care. All right, whether you're gay or straight. Okay, all it means pretty much for the synopsis of this whole thing is for people to actually get themselves and get their shit together, put all their differences aside, raise up, roll down to the White House and kick Trump's ass. That's all you got to do. But unfortunately, none of you, or some of you, okay, I would say a few 100,000 people may have read the Redneck Bible by John. The reason why I tout that book and so forth is because it says one thing that's out of all of it. It says one thing that is true in statement of a revolution. You get everybody's social status down to a zero, and put everybody in the same boat. They will get mad because not only is it happening to me, it's happening to you. And throw a rock in the water, throw a rock in still water, and see the ripples come back to you.
Okay, that means you're connected to everything. Everybody is everybody, and everybody is one thing. Human. If we start acting like we got some human dignity in ourselves, treat each other better, guess what? We won't have to worry about these stupid ass laws. We can surpass them. You know what? There are white people who I have as brothers and sisters above my own. Okay? And I used to get picked on for that. Why are you hanging out with this white person? Why are you hanging out with that person? Da 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 and all that crap. You know why? Because I can, because out of common, I'd rather talk to people who got common sense. Okay? Who know understand what common sense is. Okay? You know? So we shuck and jive and da 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 da, joke around and whatnot, but the fact of the matter is this. You know? Everybody can be human, but it takes a special kind of human to act and live as a human being. You know? With or without a spiritual base. I choose a spiritual base because I love my soul. Everyone should love their soul. Look yourself in the mirror each morning and say to yourself, just once, I love my soul. And I'm grateful that I can take care of it and get it to the next phase when I die. It's that simple, people. It is that damn simple. But you know something? Simplicity is the hardest dish to eat when trouble, drama, and bullshit run your life. Okay? And if you're going to do that, by all means, you are no better than hell and the guy that runs it. Because if I got down there, they would probably kick my ass up out of there. Anyway, we're at the end of the day here. We're going down the road. We're going down the road, baby. We're going down the road, okay? Going down the road and so forth. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Look, know what I mean? Know what I mean? No. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? That sort of thing. That's Dene Suarez from Cuba. Yo aprenda. That's right. Anyway, I gotta say goodbye and good morning to everybody. So let's see who's up and who deserves a fine good morning today. First and foremost, I gotta give it to my queen bee. You know, one of the, more gracious women that I have ever known. I've been known for like longer than most anybody that I've ever known. There are a few, but this one's a special lady. I know everybody used to call her Tag and so forth, but Helen, you have blossomed into a beautiful mom, great woman, and so forth. So good morning to you on that end. Sir Walt, who comes through, watches the show, gives thanks and so forth. Walt, good morning. Good morning, Mel, Carolyn, wherever you are. Also to Jaron Gregory Malloy, the soon-to-be actor, or I don't know what's going on with him, but he's flying with it right now. Good morning, Darren. Ktng, good morning. Goddess Mother of Orisha, good morning. Love of Loves. Zulu Queen Veronica, good morning. Queen Lisa Lee, good morning. Terrence Weish, good morning. Celeste Ness, good morning. Aki Buck, good morning. And let's see, who else was in the house this morning? Okay, Michael Durham, good morning. Jabana Mason, good morning. Sean Stewart, good morning. Num Croy, Cairo, good morning. Zulu Trey, good morning. Zulu Queen, Veronica de Sosa. I said that, good morning. I just didn't read your last name. Sorry about that, baby. Sorry, baby. Brian Williams, good morning. Okay, Jaquan, all the way out in Philly, good morning. Around the world, Universal Zulu Nation, good morning, Zulu. That's right, baby. Just hip-hop conglomerate that ever existed, okay? And, if you're going to make some, and like I tell everybody, anybody can, battle for glory, but to write a dope rhyme to wake up your people is another story. Thank you, KRS-One, for that quote. Anyway, I got to give props to Sarah Silverman, all the way out in, that's right, and Compton Youth Bill, good morning. Maria Villarreal, Queen of Compton, good morning. Chris Oliveras, good morning. Dulcie Melody Orozco, good morning. Long Beach, good morning. Strong Beach, Long Beach, that sort of thing. All my ballers down in Skid Row. Now they didn't took the basketball court away from your ass. You ain't got nothing to do. Let's see. Give props to like my new crews out here that I'm developing. That's good. Good morning. Crazy John, who lives in my next door neighbor, who smokes me out on a day-to-day basis, whether I'm home or not. One of the other things that I like and so forth is that I'm able to,
reinvent myself and reinvent my life, but more importantly, live a very, very peaceful and joyful life that I am blessed to have. So never take your blessings short for what it is. And always take care of what you got, you know, what's important to you, okay? All right, so I got to get off the air because I got to get myself ready within another hour or so to get my butt up here, get some things. I got to get some things done today, really get some things done today. And hold on. Oh, sorry. Olivia, good morning. Kevin, good morning. Let's see. Netru, good morning. Jose, good morning. Adam, good morning. And Tamara, good morning. Stop being a flirt. Let's see. And other than that, I think I'm pretty much good for the day. Let's see. Oh, cross the pond. I would say Wayne and Kat Hamling in the UK. Bernard Benzema out in Central Africa, good morning. Let's see. Also, Yuka Masuda in Japan. Domodomo, good morning. Let's see. All of my Peruvian people. All of my Central American, Mexican people. Igala, good morning. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Oh, and one more thing here. It is 4 freaking degrees today. Okay. It's seriously 4 freaking degrees. And I doubt seriously if I'm going to go out there. Let's see what happened from last night. Ooh, we got some snow on the ground, but I doubt seriously if that's going to last long because the sun is out and didn't snow that much on the mountain. Not at all. Okay. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I got to get some stuff done. Sarah Rip, good morning. You came in late as usual. Okay. ESQ, Eknetan, Shabaka, Kibala. Good morning. Bear, Crew, my man in Compton, good morning. Rodney Allen Ripley, good morning. And everybody around the world, good morning. This has been the KTNG Show. I have been your host, the Grits Man, and we are signing off, but I will be with you on the air for the rest of the morning or whatever, I don't know, until I got to go to work, okay? So, you know, I got to put money into this and so forth, but I really do appreciate people who have been supporting and making donations and so forth. We're going to have another run for building the apprenticeship program, and therefore we should be able to generate enough money to get that started and so forth this summer. We're going to try and steer these kids out of, like, you know, harm's way, and that's what we want to do. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I got things to do, people to kill, and things to blow up. So, you know, if anything, I do. Oh man, I just now showed up. I've been talking all this time. You guys have been watching something completely different. Anyway, gotta say goodbye. Gotta say goodbye. All right. So this has been the KTG Morning Show. Thank you for hitting us up and watching what we do here. If anything, you get on YouTube, subscribe, like, and follow. Facebook, same thing and whatnot. We simulcast each and every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We also have a repeat broadcast at 9 at night, so make sure you catch what you did not see or you may have missed. So that way we cover both ends of it. All right? So right now, people, we're going to go way out there with Layla LaSure. That's right. She's doing a jam called F My Ex. I dedicate that one to that stupid-ass Pickett woman who lost the damn ring. All right, I'm out of here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. YouTube, I'm out of here. And remember, people, never let anyone take your shine. All right? There you go.